Good morning, welcome back to the breakfast show as we resume. Before we start to talk about the economic situation in Egypt, which is most important, especially this current period, and as well as during presidential elections, and we have with us Dr. Hussein Shereeba, who's an economic development and planning consultant. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, doctor. And of course, we can never move forward without talking about economy, and it's going to be one of the most important pillars for the upcoming, especially for the presidential candidates. Basically, they are talking about economy, and it is very much easy to talk about economy and about dreams. But when it comes to the application or implementation, it is, one of the severe challenges that we face. So far, how do you see the economic situation?
The economy situation in Egypt, if we want to talk frankly and fair, it is not in a very stable way. That's number one. Number two, needs two elements to be working with it. One of them is the team who operate the operation, and the other one is the people themselves. So both have to work together. Otherwise, you have a confusion between both of them, and this is what happens, and this is what the gap can come up. The economy of Egypt is very strong, and it will be better if we take this as a challenge. But if we take it as a honeymoon or a relaxing area, no, a relaxing time is forgotten. We are better than Europe after the Second World War, where they were issuing only one egg per week per person. So we are not in that situation. Right now, Europe is, everybody knows where's Europe standing there. So we are going to be better than what's happened before, and we will challenge ourselves. That's the important thing.
Both presidential candidates have spoken about their economic vision, so to speak. What did you think about both their visions?
The vision is wonderful. It's like when you feel a dream and you make a dream, okay? You have to materialize this dream, and you have to put the ethics to target this dream. One of the main things to target that dream, that you have to say the fact and the truth to the people from A to Z. That's fair enough. Number two, you have to encourage the people, because it's not because we are not in a good situation, we have to depress the people. We have to give them the hope that we will do it. And that's the second thing. The third thing, which you should think about it and be positive with, I should let every person in Egypt, the 90 million, feel that they are building back again their country. And that's an important issue, whatever project is. So if you didn't get that feeling, you didn't do these two steps before, you're not doing anything. You're still in square one.
But the point is, also you mentioned people, and this is something very, very important, because sometimes we take or we have many different promises, but at the end of the day we have to ask ourselves, from where are you going to give us all this? And we are suffering to that extent. So something that is very important, people, how far can they bear with the difficult circumstances that we are going to witness the upcoming period? Because don't tell me that any presidential candidate can give people or satisfy their individual needs, in addition, of course, to the strikes that we have every day. We all must understand that the country has nothing to offer now. We have to wait.
Let me inform you one thing. When I say the people, and I say the people of Egypt, and I said at the very beginning, I'm going to inform them in reality the fact of my situation. So the fact of my situation, I am in the intensive care room. and I need to build up, back up myself. And that means I'm not interested right now in anything except work. So I have to work.
To take money, there must be production.
Yes. There is no money. Nobody is going to give you a nickel unless you produce something. So this is life. You cannot cultivate your land unless you spread the seeds and you work hard for it to get whatever the crop you want to. So you need to work hard. That's the important thing. Both candidates have asked the people they will work hard. I hope they push on that target and they continue on this, because that's the important thing. I see one of the things that people can start with, any candidates, at least, to drive safe on the road, which is a simple thing. You're not asking them
Respect.
to do. It's only a very simple thing, just a very simple way, and law should be there. So economy for the people is a sort of like a blood in your heart. It is a blood in your body. Your body will not work unless this blood is moving in every part of you. So I'm not going to give the people the chance to think that I'm going to give them money, cars, house, anything. But I'm trying to do what is possible for the safety and the needs, essential needs right now, because this is the time to give only essential needs. It's not the time to give luxury things. That's the time for essential needs. Then you go for luxury when you are in a progress and do this. Whenever anybody says we're going to start mega project, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, I have to start with the Egyptian people. I have to start with them. For any mega project, I should support the people with the idea of that mega project. What are we going to do? What our thoughts is going to be? What are the steps? How many, the period time is going to be in this area? It's, for example, I agree 100% on the progress of Sinai and the Suez Canal, and there is another part which I wanted to be also to be added to this. This is the three parts, but this project is not only for businessmen. This is for every single candidate, Egyptian candidate in Egypt. How can you do this? You can make a stock for at least 100 pounds. Every guy in Egypt can support to buy one stock. And I want you to imagine 90 million buying by 1,000. Just only 1,000 pounds. What is the lump sum? You're going to start this project. Forget about getting loans or doing this or putting the burden on the economy of Egypt just to improve a kind of a project. No, you just do this for the people. You give them the same interest, banking interest, which is 9 or 10%. You're going to give them every year like this. But they have a stock, and that's, or even bonds. So you have both. So they can do it. And it have to be Egyptians. Fully for Egyptians. And Egyptian cannot sell this to any foreigner, because this is for Egyptians, as not to have a kind of a black market in this. This will make all Egyptians feel that they are in doing a progress. The Suez Canal was done like this. The High Dam was done with the support of the whole people of Egypt, and instead of having 2 cups of teas, and there is a speech for Nasser, have said it once, instead of taking 2 cups of teas, I will take 1. So we will do the same thing. We will push our ethics and our manners and our ability to push for the right thing. We have to support any candidate who's going to be the president, the future president of Egypt, whatever he's thinking about, but we have to support him. There is no other choice for you not to support him. Both candidates are for the Egyptian people. Both of them, this is a true manner this time. This is the manner which you call, it's different than the previous elections. This is the election for all Egyptians. You have to go, we have to follow this, and we have to read very carefully each president what he's asking for, and then we vote according to our wishes, whatever we want to do. And then when he is elected as a president, we have to be like a soldier. I'm not saying we have to work like a soldier. We are in a fight. We are in a great battle. We have to win the battle. There is no losing in this battle. There is only one thing. The target is to win. Forget about your personal emotions, your thinking. You're from this party, you're from another party, you have whatever your ideology is, whatever you're thinking about, just forget it and ignore it. You are a soldier person working for Egypt to improve Egypt, not only for you, but for your future children's. The future children are in need to a lot of things. One of them is safety and food and shelter.